Well, my name is Tim Davies. I'm a chartered surveyor, valuer and expert witness. I've been in the profession for 38 years now. I originally took a degree in surveying back in the 80s, then qualified shortly after graduation. And I've worked then in the construction and property profession, both here in the UK and overseas for the best part of 38 years. More latterly, from perhaps about 15 years ago, I started to work more in the area of expert witness work, initially civil, and then more latterly criminal work. And that came on the back of doing some specialist training and building on all the experience that I had acquired over my time in the profession. Well, I've been in the profession about 38 years now as a chartered surveyor, valuer and expert witness more latterly. And about 15 years ago, I was asked by Council Trading Standards Department to provide a report on some rogue trader work, where some rogue traders had done landscaping. The report was used then for prosecution purposes, and the council then asked me to undertake further inspections and reports, and then it just grew from there. Other councils throughout Wales started to use my services, and then the West Country really spread by word of mouth. And to ensure that I was providing the service and the expertise that was required, I did then undertake further training, initially via Solon with the diploma in civil expert witness practice, and then the criminal expert witness diploma, and also with the RICS as well. My typical day and week is very busy, and it can vary quite extensively from week to week, month to month. I'd say on average, each month I probably get between 8 and 10 instructions from local trading standards in South Wales and the West Country, and probably a similar number then from police. I've been registered on the National Crime Agency as a forensic surveyor and expert for the past 15 years. So any police force throughout the UK where they have a property matter, generally rogue traders, the investigating officer can look on the NCA database and find my details, contact me, explain what they investigated and establish if I can help, which I usually can. So I can basically end up working anywhere throughout the UK for various police authorities. I think from my perspective, probably the most interesting and unusual instruction I've had as an expert witness was from Merseyside Police back in 2021. It was during COVID, and they asked me to come up and assist with an investigation into an unexplained death. In simple terms, it was 4 people sharing a house. One of them was found dead on the bathroom floor, and the version of events given by the other 3 occupants of the house was this gentleman, a chap by the name of Adrian Swift, had drowned in the bath. My remit was to attend the property within a week of the deceased being found and carry out a diagnostic damp meter assessment and assist in the police in understanding whether or not the version of events by the defendants was that the bath overflowed, flooded the ceiling, flooded the floor below, etc., etc. It was a very interesting case from my perspective, something I've never been involved with before or probably ever will again. It was very sad, but I was glad that I was able to provide my expertise to assist with the prosecution in establishing that the defence was basically a tissue of lies that was never going to fly. Certainly the highs are particularly with criminal investigations, when my report, my expert evidence, which is often having to be given at a criminal trial in Crown Court, assists the prosecution with bringing to justice rogue traders, of which unfortunately there are many. And I'm talking about how they prey on elderly and vulnerable people, and it can be sums from £3,000 or £4,000 to one case I had in Nottingham last year where they took £430,000 off a university lecturer. The low point, struggling with the workload, the time deadlines set often by the court for court hearings and expert evidence, And likewise with civil matters, everybody seems to be time poor and they want it done yesterday. It's difficult with expert witness work. It's very specialist and it's got to be accurate, robust and correct. And there's no point in rushing it because if you get it wrong, you're just going to be taken apart by a defence barrister when the case goes to court. I think you need at least 10 to 15 years general work experience, general life experience to then specialise in it. But I think what is also very important is that you receive proper training. I've been in cases giving evidence in court where I've seen the opposing expert who's academically very qualified, very experienced, but has had no formal specialist training be absolutely torn to shreds by defence barristers. And it's embarrassing and very uncomfortable for them. I've never been on the receiving end of that, although I've been in many criminal trials, and it's very important to have this training and to back up your expertise. And that's what I found through training with Solon and the RICS. It's given me the confidence and the expertise and the credentials to fulfil that role.